Happy Saturday, everyone. We hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Let's get back to work at the gym. We're working on squat cleans and rowing today. Both of these movements have very similar movement patterns, so we want to make sure we're being efficient on both. We want to make sure we're reaching hip and knee extension on the row and finishing with the arms pulling the handle back. Notice Dana keeps her knees locked out at the completion of every stroke for about a half second before recovering and bending the knees. Let's make sure we're focused on that knee extension every time. 1 minute row for the warm-up, followed by 30 seconds of lateral squats. So we're gonna go into a double shoulder width stance and then alternate sides, performing a lateral squat. Notice Dana's knee stays pushed out above the toe, stacked above the foot, and she's also keeping her chest up. She's not letting herself lean forward as she's doing these. Then you'll get back on the rower, another minute at a faster tempo. Then we'll go 30 seconds of slow air squats, focused on control through the descent, through that range of motion. The hip passes below the knee without letting the lower back round or the chest drop or the heels come up, guys. All those good things we learned at the level 1. Another 1 minute row, and then finish with jumping squats. You don't have to jump as high as possible, just a little bit of pop off the ground, and then focused on dropping right back into our next squat without letting the knees collapse at the bottom. After that, go through the barbell warm-up, links at the top of the screen, and we'll make our way over to a wall for a couch stretch. Back toes pointed up the wall, get the knee nice and close to the wall, front legs in a lunge, and then you can use your hands to push off that front thigh, or you can even reach the hands up overhead, see if you can get the shoulder blades back onto the wall. Nice. So we have 1 minute per side in the couch stretch. Then grab an empty barbell and do a barbell front squat hold for 30 seconds. We want to get really comfortable in this front rack position at the bottom of the squat so that we can be confident in the ability to drop and receive the barbell here in the squat clean. So elbows are up, barbell sitting at the top of the shoulder, not at the bottom, not down on the chest, in the full depth squat. So hang out here for 30 seconds. Way to go. We'll start Saturday's classes by building to a heavy squat clean single. Really important to get in a strong setup position. If we're not in a strong setup, it's hard to generate power through the lift. So hands are a little bit wider than the thighs. Dana's going to pull her hips down a little bit above parallel at the bottom. Notice her knees are forward, hips are back and down, and her chest is up. She's also gonna flex her triceps to keep her elbows locked out, and her lats, her upper back is tight, pulling that bar close to the shins. Once she's in this brace position, she's gonna bring the barbell up to make contact at the mid to upper thigh, then aggressively jump, pull under, and receive the bar in that front rack position. Show us a few reps in a row, really establishing that braced position and extension, and drop under the bar. So really important here, as we're building to a heavy single, if you feel like you catch that bar a little too far forward, be ready to dump it. Dana, can you show us one rep where you just bail on the bar? Just make sure you lean forward, get that bar out in front of the knees when you're dropping it. So for the workout, we're gonna do a 10-round workout. Every round starts with a 20 or 15 calorie row. That's gonna take about a minute. And then we're going from 10, 9, 8, all the way down to 1 reps of a squat clean, just like Dana was demonstrating. So we want to pick a weight where we can probably cycle, we could do touch and go reps, but within the frame of the workout, it might be faster to do singles or touch and go reps depending on what set you're on. So up to you guys. 55 total squat cleans, 200 or 150 calories of rowing. This should be a doozy. Saturday's home gym variation is going to follow the same format, 10, 9, 8, down to 1 reps of double dumbbell squat cleans. We're just going to touch a single head of the dumbbell to the floor on this movement. In one motion, we're going from the floor to the shoulder, bringing the elbows underneath and one side of the dumbbell making contact at the top of the shoulder. You can do these from outside the feet, use a narrower stance, or from inside the feet, using a wider stance, whichever one you feel more proficient with. Before each round, you're gonna run 200 meters, so 10 total runs, followed by a total of 55 double dumbbell squat cleans. We'll finish Saturday with some midline work, 3 sets, not for time, of 30 V-ups. Let's try to keep our feet together. You can point the toes out in front of you. We're trying to bring the shoulders up off the ground. Notice her shoulders come up as she reaches up for the toes. A scale here will be alternating single leg V-ups, where you can use one leg to push off the ground. Those will make them a little bit easier. After 30 V-ups, we'll perform 30 dumbbell weighted glute bridges. Grab a dumbbell, place it on top of the hips. We're gonna drive the whole foot, toes and heels into the ground as we push the hips to extension. If you can pause for a second or two at the top of each rep, that'll help you engage the glutes and hamstrings a little bit better. Another option, with or without weight, that can make these a little more challenging is to elevate your feet onto a box, bench, or couch or chair. So you'll drive the heels into that box or bench and then bring the hips up. These are gonna burn the hamstrings just a little bit more. If you don't have access to a weight, this is a great way to make these movements a little bit more challenging, but feel free to use the dumbbell on this motion also. Thanks for watching, you guys.